Hey, Tep, sisters and brothers, welcome to the house of divinity. I am proof B. Greetings. So on this video, I just wanted to, I wrote, well, I called it a poem, but I don't consider myself a poet. I ain't got words like that. So I call the things that I write rhymes, because that's basically what I'm doing. I'm trying to rhyme words. But if you've seen any of my, or one or two of my earlier videos, I talked about hemp. Now, and I've explained that in this house, in this house, when we say the word cannabis, we mean both the male side, hemp, and the female side, Mari-HuAna. So they both grow on the same plant. Then later on, you have to separate them, so one becomes Mari-HuAna, which is all dealing with the spiritual and the enlightenment and the healing, etc., etc. And then you have the hemp, which is the male side of the plant, which is about making clothes. Well, first of all, which is about making food, making bricks for homes, making clothes, making fuel, making thousands, they say. I can't even think of 1,000 different products. But from this one plant, we can get everything we need, including plastic and paper. And don't believe me, as my teacher used to say, check it out. Oh, my brother gave me this. People be asking me, like, who is that? Because it's a deity. Well, anyway, so hemp. So as I was getting ready to say, if you've seen any of my earlier videos, I talked about hemp because the name of this channel is Cannabis Kung Fu Yoga. So we're going to get into the medical side. Oh, well, again, I keep starting out like in the middle somewhere. Let's start out with the self-realization and spiritual sacrament, all that type of stuff, using Mari-HuAna. Remember, that's the side that you smoke. And then on the next level, we're talking about using it for healing. Have you ever heard of Rick Simpson oil? Yeah. If you haven't, this stuff is curing cancer, and it's made from Mari-HuAna. Not hemp, not CBD oil. We're going to get that straight, too. So you have spirituality, you have self and assisted healing, you have, what else? There's different ways to use this herb besides just sitting around smoking. Yeah, dude, I'm high as fuck, man. Um, so spirituality, self-healing, recreation. See, we in my old school, my teacher used to use. We break down words, so listen to the word creation. So we got to change that. smoking, if you use it correctly, won't wreck creation. You can use it recreationally. In other words, it don't have to be a spiritual thing. It don't have to be a, medicine thing. You might be not sick. So you might want to come home from work and just chill the fuck out. So see, that's I have to balance that. I don't want this to be a dogma like religion. Oh, this is the way you smoke, and this is the way you use the herb. No, dude, the whole point to all this is about freedom, but to a certain extent. There was a brother who was a musician called Gil Scott-Heron, and he made a record or a song called, or at least some of the lyrics in the song was about freedom gone wild. So I used to, what does that mean? Like freedom, I'm free, but going wild. So now that I'm older and have been a teacher of the Tao, which is about yin and yang, I find that everything must have balance. This is the usual hand symbol formation that Kung Fu people make. Either this way or this way, da-da-da-da. In my temple, which is over there, I'm actually on the ancient Egyptian side of the house temple. But over there, where I'll be teaching the Kung Fu, one of these days, I'm getting there. This is our symbol. I'll explain all that. So, what I really wanted to make this video about was that I wrote a rhyme, poemy rhyme about, well, it's kind of about hemp, but it's really about the whole idea that hemp can bring. You understand? So I just want to do these videos to kind of like show that I got more skills than just talking on this god dag nabbit laptop all day and night. So to open up my rhyme, I'll start with some drumming. Oh, when I put my hand here, I brought this up, but I forgot to say that even though right now I have this commercial Michael basketball guy on my chest, I don't like putting anybody's words, anybody's name, unless I put the words and pictures on it. So what I'm going to do with this picture here, I'm going to paint it green. This is the Cannabis Kung Fu. Okay, remember that. I'm going to paint them green, right? And then, instead of a ball, because I think black people know about basketball already. I think they know a little bit already. But what they don't know about, I'm going to put here the holy herb. I'm going to put a small cannabis plant. Like, lift it up. It is not weed. Lift it up. It is not a drug. Lift it up. We can use this for spirituality, for health, for recreation. And what I'm about to talk about, the brother of the sister, is the hemp, the economic side. Ooh, economics, money. My djembe. I may make a video about these later. The vampire killer. But right now I'm not talking about that. Oh, yeah, vampires. Black vampires. Look at Vampire in Brooklyn. That's the real story. Anyway, the drum. Can you hear it? Let me turn to the side. That's me beating my drum. We start out and end with the heartbeat in traditional African drumming. I wrote this many years ago. I probably put it on video on other channel. Many years ago, so I was making up all kind of stuff back then. So I'm not gonna go through that, but what I put down was the people's freedom, black to the land movement, exodus to the promised land. And I put that there because if we talk about growing hemp, we need land. You know, I'm gonna grow something right here in this apartment house, but for the people or the group that joins hemp, let's get into it. It's nation building time. What time is it? It's nation building time. It's time to wake up across the land and across the 7 seas. In Africa, we had all the foods that grew on all kinds of trees. There were birds and there were bees. We didn't need jobs to feed our families. And we didn't be naive in whited out philosophies. On the ice, we learned how not to freeze. Getting on our knees held the keys of no access to the trees. Breaking through the ice to fulfill our needs. Catching fish by the 1s and 2s and the 3s to feed our families. But they came and gave us U.S. cities and welfare cheese. Now we get on our knees to beg our substance from Caucasian people's companies. We eat foods from GMOs and buy products made by the Chinese. The healthcare system is based on medication and dis-ease instead of prevention and cures from the trees. We are the product for a school to prison system run by our enemies. I was told if you lie with dogs, you get fleas. Now it's dogs we aim to please. Brown nosing their asses for their monies. So, all I want to do is smoke me some trees. The same trees that could feed my people's families. Again, growing hemp with our own companies so we can get off of our knees and build a nation with our own nationalities, red, black, and even Vietnamese. Eating greens, together we'll smoke us some trees with leaves that furnish our needs. So, we can get up off our knees and stop begging them. Please give us disease, but stop killing our families. All we want are some trees, our own land, our own foods, our own domes for homes, plus our own ABCs, our own language. Let's build a nation of real families and righteous communities. Please, my brothers and sisters, please. All we have to do is stand up to get them off of our backs. And it's game over. To get out of the red, so-called black people need to go green and stack the gold. I'm going to change that one. So our children won't be bought and sold. It's nation building time. All power to the people. All power to the people. When you are in the red, you are financially dead. When you're in the black, you're financially ahead. When you get into the green, you are ecologically fed. When you are in the gold, you are economically diged, which means stable or stability, the raising of the diged. That's it. I'm out. Peace.